look what we got. And he says, you can't have a dog on the ship? He said, no, it's for the show. And he says, well, it better be for the show. So now the pressure's on. I have to make the dog appear that cruise. And so sometimes Shadow would appear, and sometimes Shadow would not appear. The problem was I didn't know if I had him. He didn't weigh anything. He weighed nothing. So I'd have these handkerchiefs. I'd go to make the dog appear. I didn't know he was there, and there'd be no dog. And I'd be shaking these handkerchiefs looking like a dork. But you guys had no idea as an audience that a dog was coming. So the trick wasn't blown in that sense, because you didn't know it was supposed to happen. And eventually I worked out the details of it. And then when I started using my other poodle, I have another toy poodle who's taller than Shadow. And he has longer legs. The trick wouldn't work because he's got these long legs. But then I worked out the details of that. And now with either Nala or Simba, my two Pomeranians, either of them work just great. And now I have a Chihuahua as well, a whole different type of dog, moves different things, different, likes to scratch at things. And it's a whole different way to make the Chihuahua appear. And that because we have a Chihuahua because I was traveling with both of the poodles. William and his brother Tyler were old enough to go to school, so my wife was at home with them, and she says, we need a dog at home. And so she bought a Chihuahua. And then she said, it needs a friend. So she bought another one. At one point we had 7 dogs. Yeah.
That's how you end up with them.
We traveled on the ship with 6 at one point.
Wow.
Too many. And they were very young at that point. They'd be fine now. Yeah. Next question. What do you want to know?
How long does it take to develop
How long does it take to develop a trick? It really depends on the trick. There are some tricks that are just really clever secrets, and once you know the secret, you can do the trick. There are other tricks where it takes incredible skill and practice, and you have to work it and work it and work it. It can be years and years and years. In fact, at 3:30 in the other room, we're going to do a variety show. I'm going to be doing some incredibly hard magic with cards and coins. It's years and years and years of practice. I should practice today. Maybe I'll practice for a few minutes before. But I've been doing that stuff for years, so I can really just do it. So that stuff's hard. There's other things, like I'm going to do a trick in this particular presentation that William saw me do yesterday for the very first time. I used to do it years ago. And I've never done it as part of the show. I'm going to do it as part of the show. And I was just running through it yesterday, just making sure I got it back refreshed in my memory. And then I taught it to him, and he just kept, for like 45 minutes, he just kept doing the trick over and over. And I said, this is a great, I have to do this at home for Mommy and my brother. And so, yeah, it'll be in here. I'll tell you when we get to that one. Yeah. You had a question back there?
Do you ever lose any of your equipment when you're flying around?
Do I ever lose any equipment when I fly? Well, I travel very differently than you. And think back to 9/11, before they had all the big security measures, they used to have the guys that would open your suitcases and go through it right in front of you. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'd watch them trying to jam my stuff back in because I don't travel with normal stuff. You open up my suitcase, it's not clothing, it's props. And they go, this is cool, what's that for? And just jam it in. And after that point, it was like, no, I'm not traveling that way. When I have all this big equipment, they just forklift it all, and we have big trunks. So a truck will show up either at my warehouse or at my house, or both, and they'll take this stuff on the big lift gate into the truck, and it arrives here on the ship down on A deck, and the crew guys from backstage get it all back there, and there's a big